The Gauteng MEC for Economic Development Tasneem Motara has signed a 3-year memorandum of understanding with the Direct Selling Association of South Africa. The agreement is for the Last Mile Delivery Program, which seeks to tackle youth unemployment by providing opportunities and skills development in the local courier market. The MEC, Tasneem Motara, joining us now for an update on this important initiative. MEC, I don't need to remind you just how fragile a situation we are in, and you will know, being in the political sphere, that youth unemployment in this country, long described as a powder keg that could explode at any moment, given the scourge of youth unemployment. Talk to us about what this project or this initiative is likely to deliver in the way of youth employment.
Yes, thank you so much. I think for us, we're bringing different partners together. One being the Direct Selling Association. We also have a partnership with the Last Mile, where we've actually partnered with the company to train young people. We have graduated 500 of them through their program, and they graduated last year in November. Of course, it's not enough just to give young people opportunities for learning. They also then have to be brought together to put that learning to good use in terms of implementation and job as well as business opportunities. So we thought that a partnership such as the one with Direct Selling Association and the Last Mile, if we could bring them together to be able to say, how do the two interact? How can the two leverage on each other's business model to be able to provide much needed jobs? We're looking at about 5,000 to 10,000 jobs. And we're looking for a partnership for about 3 years with the Direct Selling Association. I think what we are interested in is being able to track those jobs, how many people are brought on board, taken through the different training programs, and how many of them actually stay in the program, generate an income, build a business over a long period of time. It's not just a once-off sort of, interventionist initiative.
Yeah. MEC, you'll forgive me for asking this question, but just as a way of clarity, sometimes we talk so high level that we forget we are broadcasting to people that have to understand this just as well as we do. Is this because the description of this initiative or this memorandum that you have signed, it is with the Direct Selling Association of South Africa. Is this a call center?
No, it's not. Mind you, call centers actually do create quite a large number of jobs. We do have partnerships with the call center, the body that governs the call centers in South Africa. So this is not. It's not the same model. It's entrepreneurship in the direct selling and marketing space. They use logistics to be able to transport their goods either to or from suppliers and to customers. And with the Last Mile project, given that we've trained young people, the Last Mile is, if you can think of direct delivery such as Takealot, DSV, or Mr. Delivery, those types of industries, very low barriers to entry. You do need, of course, training, which has been done. But they can easily support these marketers and entrepreneurs in who are selling agents. Yeah. Second aspect to the partnership is to bring. So currently, the Direct Selling Association has got 24 member companies. We have a lot of products, especially in townships. They have been tested, SAPS approved. Some of them have come through our innovation hub process. They've been incubated there. What we want is to be able to take those in a very formalized fashion, supported by the Direct Selling Association, to join as one of their members to partner and be part of that model of distribution. A big challenge that homegrown manufacturers do have is the barriers to entry. Yeah. Of course, we've looked at ways of, engaging with big retailers to give them shelf space. But it's not always an easy conversation to have, and it's also something that we find a challenge just to break into the market. Through the Direct Selling Association and their model, we can get those products that have been locally manufactured, tested, SABS approved out into the market through small business owners who are interested in marketing and direct selling.
Yeah.
So no, it's not a call center. We do have programs and projects with call center companies, business processing organizations that are actually quite successful, and I'm sure at a later stage we can also share that with you.
All right. Are there minimum requirements for applicants to apply MEC? And I'm sure this is the kind of information that aspirant applicants are looking for. And if so, what are these minimum requirements?
Minimum requirement is South African, and of course your South African ID will confirm that, and no criminal record. Other than that, it's your passion and your drive, will to succeed, self-motivation. But in terms of, and that's why we're targeting unemployed youth in particular, because there's very low levels to entry. You will get the additional support, the training, the mentoring, the coaching as you progress through the program.
Yeah.
So it's really targeted for those who otherwise would not have an opportunity, either because of their circumstances, they maybe dropped out of school. Look, even if you've got a matric or a degree and you're unemployed, this could be an avenue for you to generate an income either in the interim, or who knows, it can grow into a big successful business if you do have the entrepreneurial spirit and drive and motivation to do it.
Where do people go to apply?
We will be communicating quite soon. We finalized, as you know, finalizing the MOU and the MOA, which will then give the details, just setting up the back-end support systems to be able to house those applications. We are also, maybe just also to say that we are working quite closely with TEPO 1 Million, which is a program that has been run for some time in the province. So there are already a ready database on the TEPO 1 Million program. We'll also be sourcing from them, but we will open an application process. If I could just say that young people interested, please look out on our social media pages, the Department of Economic Development, and just keep updated there.
Yeah. MEC, just finally, as a thought, given that we are dealing with a direct selling agreement here, or MOU, as you would say, just for those people who are a little bit annoyed or get annoyed, I'm trying to communicate this the best way I can without offending, the Protection of Personal Information Act. How would initiatives such as this one be run without trampling on that particular piece of legislation?
So as you know, the POPI Act, you as a end user or an applicant must give permission to how we use your information. Of course, because we are entering into an MOU that sees government as a support structure. Of course, when you enroll in any system, you'd have to give your personal details. We are governed as well by the POPI Act, and we do have systems in place that protect the use of personal information. Beyond that, we do have different levels of security. So you would give permission as to up to what point, how far, and to who your personal information can be shared and for what purposes. So our own governance structures and any business should have it is in line with the POPI Act.
Gauteng MEC for Economic Development, Tasneem Motara, let me thank you very much for your time. A very important initiative, and that's to get unemployed youth into jobs. Very, very important indeed.